I'm familiar with it the way that many people are familiar with most things, which is they can headline read, but they're not, it's not something I'm deeply aware of, but on the headlining of, keeping things simple, not having a whole lot of stuff, like those kind of things, I can understand the nuances from afar. No, but it's funny that you just said that, like, I understand that about me in some weird way. If that's where it goes, where it's like, if there's a deeper understanding to why one owns something, then it's a movement I can get really behind once I get educated, because I'm desperately sad that people buy things to close emotional gaps, because people are insecure and they need validation from others. And I think they use items to get validation from others. I really do. I think when I think about anything I buy, it's 100% for me. Even all the tchotchkes, the thrill of finding them at a garage sale, or like the one thing I actually buy that I think is silly is like custom New York Jets jerseys, but it's so for me. And I'm happy that I don't buy things for other people's opinions, but I think most people do.
Like, I'm triple mad, but complaining really sucks now, because again, our grandparents didn't have the options we have.
Life isn't fair, but that doesn't mean everybody has the same equal amount of opportunities to go out and pursue their dreams every single day. There's so many people who think that it's not for them and they don't have the time or the energy, or it's not the right spot in their life, or whatever the case may be, but you always need to know that your dreams are always pursuable, no matter how old or what situation you're in. But other people are going to be trying to achieve their dreams as well. And you can't look at them as if they're winning and you're failing a lot. You can't be discouraged by that, because you don't want to compare yourselves to others, because they're on a different path than you. You are on your own path and you're only responsible for you, yourself. That's all you should care about, is what you're doing and how you're improving. Other people may be improving faster than you, and other people may be doing worse than you. And you can't let that get to your head by you're better than other people or they're worse than you. Whatever the case may be, you need to make sure that you are focused on you and respect everybody who's trying to pursue their dreams, because they are putting in the same amount of work as you are. So they are working, they're trying, yet just the progress is different, because they may have different goals than you, which require more time or more failure, whatever the case may be. Just make sure that you are constantly focused on what you're doing and how you're improving, so that way you're not comparing yourself to others.
The only thing I fear, besides the health and well-being of my family, is regret. The thing I'm so scared of, and one of the tactics, if I could inspire 20 people to do this, that would be big. Fuck, I'll take one. If one person in here can start spending more time in a retirement home, go and donate your time, your most valuable thing, and go spend time with 70, 80, 90-year-olds. Do that for 1 day, 2 days, a week or two, and you will understand very quickly that the only thing that is scary is the things that you didn't do, right? It's those things. And I sit here tonight and people are in their tactics, they're in their business, their startup, they work in their companies. And the thing that I fear and the thing that I'm passionate about deploying tonight is really pushing a little bit more what I would call practical risk.
Everything's corny until it's not. People are just judging, like, listen, whatever that is about, it's real simple. Like, to me, that's the only thing that's interesting. That's what everybody's doing subtly until they weren't. And this is the same fucking shit over and over. And listen, I know you guys pay attention to culture this way. You're seeing things early. People are judging it because it's different, comes from a different angle. You're not, because that was the seed that you guys traded on. The people you surround yourself, that, for me, I'm running a $200 million media company. I'm doing my thing. The key is, as I'm getting to know you, the first thing is your two relationship, the two of you. I mean, like, to me, that's already an insight, and that's what I'm about. And if you look at the people that are getting success, it's that mini crew, and then you feed off each other. And so for me, having Boyd around, and this goes back a long time, matters because it gets me on third base. Then I listen, and then if I connect with it, then that becomes what I trade on. And so the thing that hip hop has is that it's the closest thing to entrepreneurship, because the winners are willing to bleed, are willing to hustle, there's just an energy to it that is always connected for me, and so that's why I pay attention. Of course we've gotten soft as a culture in the US because the US has had an incredible 200-year run, right? Like, this is just what happens. So as a culture, I can't speak for, people that live in the Amazon River, and I can't speak for, people that still live in Belarus, but the American culture is soft, and that's a great thing. That means there's been enormous amounts of prosperity, but let's not be naive. I mean, people literally complain when somebody gives them the wrong amount of like extra cream in a Starbucks $6 coffee. Like this, like we've gotten to a place where we complain, you know, out of all those lovely things you said, as I stood there getting ready to come, the part that, and I'm glad you pick up on this, and not a lot of people have said it before, so thank you. My lack of interest in complaining is so high, and when I watch what people complain about, it breaks my heart because they completely lack perspective. And I genuinely believe my happiness and optimism comes from my perspective. Even in political unrest times like right now, a lot of people are very bent out of shape, but the reality is that it's just never been better to be a human being. That's just the truth, that's just data, that's reality.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section below.